Okay, in this video, we're going to create a landing page in LeadBarrel. So we go to the landing pages page, and we'll click the plus sign right here, and it'll open up our canvas. Kind of bring this into focus here. You'll notice up top that you have a few options. You can name the page, you can save it, you can preview it, and you have some other options for your input fields, your check boxes, and text boxes. Let me explain what all those are. So first off, let's save the page. Let's do new page. Okay, and I'm going to click save it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go down the left navigation and set a page background. You have a number of options for doing backgrounds. You'll notice when you click select background that there are a number of images already provided. So say I pick this woman one. Woman face in the background right here. That comes up. I can also choose a solid color, like so. And I can also upload my own backgrounds. And when I do that, when I upload an image, it'll actually go into my, it'll stay there forever for use on future pages. So here's all the backgrounds I've uploaded to this account. I can scroll between those. Okay, and then finally you have an option to use Canva, which is a designing program, to design a background if you want as well. And you can click that and walk through the steps. All right, so we've chosen a background. Let's click back now, and let's go to our container settings. You'll notice the background color of my container I can change. So let's change this to all black, and it can gradient down, you'll see, to a lighter gray if I wanted to. Or I can just pick the same color for both. I can change my container size like this. I can make it a little see-through by using the opacity. See the baby's face shine through the back? And I can also move this around on the page. Now in mobile, it's always going to kind of just center on a mobile device, but if somebody's looking on desktop, you may want the baby sort of looking at the opt-in box. It might help you get higher conversions, right? Something like that. You can move it around accordingly. Once we've got our container looking how we want, we can click back, and we can go and start to create our headline. So there's a lot to writing copy and lots of writing headlines. But let's just say, get a free baby food coupon. I don't know, something like that. Okay, get 10% off your next meal when you bring a baby. All right, something like that. Kind of ridiculous, but let's pretend we're a restaurant and that's our offer. And then I can go down here, I can change my font size. Like so. I can change the font itself, kind of change it up a little bit. I can change my font color if I wanted to go with a yellow, make it stick out, make it a little uglier. Don't always assume that pretty landing pages are going to convert best. Sometimes the ugliest pages do really well, so feel free to play around. And we can play around a little bit with the shadow blur, shadow depth of our headline, or just leave it as so. We can also change the width of our text if we want down here. See what I'm doing in the screen. Okay, I'm happy with my headline. I'm going to go back now and work on my email box. Enter best email to get coupon. Do that. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go to my submit settings for my submit button. Maybe I'll make that red. I can kind of make it big. I can make the font size big. Get coupon. So a lot of times your good practice would be to say what you want them to do on the button. Make the button itself a call to action. Works a lot sometimes. Things like next step, click here also do work. But we'll do get coupon here and click back. And then for my footer, offer good till, let's say, 2/28/15, something like that. And I'll make that black. So it's pretty easy to use this creator. You see a lot of it self-explanatory. Once you play with it a few times, you'll be very good at using it. Very easy to do. I just want to mention here up top the few other fields you have at the top right. The first one is the text box. If I wanted to add another line of text, let's say subhead. I click it and it'll automatically bring it up here. We'll do subhead. Right? We can sort of just do whatever we want with the fonts again. Let's make an ugly green there. And I can drag and drop all my fields around. like so. And I can move my subhead to right there. My container is getting a little small. I'll go back. I'll play with my container. Great. Then I can go and I can do an input field. Say I want the phone number for whatever reason. Type phone number. On the left, my placeholder is best phone number. See, it types in down on the bottom. I'll take that and I'll move that up here. Just a quick note, sometimes when you're working and the container is a little smaller than the text field, it can get a little hard to drag and drop things. So if you feel a little bugginess there, it feels weird, just make sure that container is bigger than the area you're working in, and then it becomes a little bit easier to move things around with the drag and drop. So that's our phone number. And then finally, you can do a lot of surveying stuff with checkboxes. Right here, I can click my checkbox tab, and let's just say, yes, I have a baby to bring to dinner. All right, that's the name of that field. Then we're going to type, yes, I have a baby to bring to dinner. Now, interestingly enough, the system is going to create a tag whenever somebody uses this landing page, but you can also create a tag down at the very bottom left here and say anybody who actually checks this box off has baby. So let's do that right here. Let's go back to our container and adjust again. And let's go back to this checkbox. Yes, I have a baby. And you can actually indent a little bit if you like. So, the indentation right here. And it looks good right there. I could have changed the size. There we go. And that's about it. We've created a pretty cool little landing page here. We'll save it one more time. If I click preview, I can see what it looks like. You get like kind of a preview version. The reason you get this little light box here is so that it doesn't affect the conversion rates. We don't send you to the actual page, unless you want to click here and see it. And just remember, to get promotional links for the page once you're done doing it, you're just going to go down. I forget what I named this page, but you're just going to go to your page and grab it from the list, right? And click the little links, and you'll get a bunch of marketing-friendly links to use for promotional purposes. And that's it. Quick demo, creating a landing page using Lead Barrel.